Here are the 26 things that I'm no longer buying in 2026. Now, the first thing that I'm no longer spending any money on in 2026 is makeup and jewelry under $20. I first got into makeup around high school and I was making what, $10 per hour at my minimum wage job back then. So I started out using the cheapest products that you could find at a drugstore. But now that I'm making over 100K, I really don't find it necessary anymore to try out new beauty products because oftentimes they either don't work or they're not pigmented enough and I have to apply multiple layers. So I figure why not just buy a better eyeshadow that could also save me time because I don't have to keep on reapplying. As for jewelry, I am pretty sloppy, so I oftentimes lose my jewelry, and ironically speaking, that is also the reason I want to spend money on jewelry that's over $20 because once I spend more money, the likelihood of me losing it is a lot less than before. The second category that I'm no longer spending any money on in 2026 is filming gears. Obviously, as you can see, I made some investment when I started off this channel. At this point, I would say I spent around $1,000 on filming gear, and I definitely have a good enough starter kit, so I really don't want to spend any more money on any filming gears at all. But just like the last category, there's a caveat here too. I'm currently filming on a first generation DJI Osmo Pocket, and that shit sucks. So if I see any good deals on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, that would be the only scenario where I might make an upgrade. Moving on to the next category, which is new credit cards. At this point, I already have about 10 credit cards and 2 of them has annual fees, so overall I spent about $500 on annual fees for credit cards. I use the Capital One Venture X as well as the Chase Sapphire Preferred. So at this point, I really don't think I need to spend any more money on any credit cards, even though I really enjoyed credit card hacking while it lasted. Now, moving on to the next category is any social events that I know in advance that I won't like. For example, my friend has been asking me for the longest time to go on a dance class, and trust me, I've tried a lot on dancing. I even signed up for dance classes while I was in college, but I keep on dropping them within the first month. So over the years, I kind of just accepted the fact that I am just not a dancer, and that is okay, and that applies to other social events as well. If I already know that I really don't like a certain type of activity, I would try to not do it from the get-go. It saves me money as well as potential emotional damage. Next category is cheap produce. When I first moved out of home and started living by myself, I was still in college and tuition was really expensive. So I tried to save any penny possible and I bought a lot of produce, for example, from Walmart. But now that I started making 6 figures, I realized that sometimes it's really not worth the extra pennies to buy cheap produce. For example, right now I would prefer clean baby spinach over regular spinach because it saves a lot of time and energy to use those ready to make good quality spinach rather than washing through every single leaf and tossing out the bad leaves one by one. The 6th category I put on my list is yarns. Honestly, I should probably be banned from having any more yarns possible. Let's take a quick break because I really wanted to show you how much yarn I have. I'm back. This is a 13 by 13 IKEA cubby, and as you can see, the yarns are literally overfilling. And not only do I have a lot of unused yarns, I also have a lot of unfinished projects. For example, there's a Labubu hat over here and just a lot of different yarns in different colors. To be honest, before filming, I know I had a lot of yarn, but I didn't know I have this many, so I was actually really shook, but let's move on. The next category that I put is camping gears. Over the years, I accumulated a lot of camping gears. I wouldn't say I spent a lot of money though, because my college was in a suburban area of Los Angeles and we are really close to all the national parks, so camping was a big thing. And over the years, with seniors graduating, I just got inherited a lot of camping gears. Like I have 3 sleeping bags, 1 tent, and 3 different picnic blankets. And you can always make an upgrade for camping gear. So that's why I really want to be explicit about it and stop spending any more money on camping gear because I literally don't have any more space to hold them. The next category is board games because over the years I bought some board games, but I quickly realized I don't have friends to play with me. This is so sad. Let's just move on. Number 9 is candles. I really enjoy using candles and I would say I use them a decent amount. Every time I go to a store, I just think candles are also the most enticing thing to buy. So that's also why I want to be explicit and stop myself from buying any more candles, especially because I have candle making kits at home. So I should probably be making candles instead of buying them. Number 10 is washi tapes and brush pens. I had a pretty big stationery phase. I actually kept my habit of journaling, but over the years, I kind of just started to prefer a more simpler version of journaling. Let me show you right now. As you can see over here, it's been a couple years, but I started using using journaling more as a tool to talk to myself instead of to make things pretty. So all I need is my journal, a pen, and a highlighter, and that's it. If you watch until here, you probably could tell that I have a lot of hobbies. And that is why I'm making it explicit that I'm not gonna spend any more money on any new hobbies. I already have everything for climbing, I have a paddleboard, I have my camping gears, I have a lot of yarns that's overfilling. I even have a guitar and everything for snowboarding. So I really don't want to buy any more stuff because my room is really cluttered. So starting a new hobby is the last thing on my agenda in 2026. And instead, I would like to focus my attention and energy and money on hobbies that I already have and enjoy. Number 12 on the list is hard alks. When I first moved to Seattle, socializing and meeting more people was pretty high on my list. But I quickly realized that I really don't need to buy hard alk to be happy, especially because I have a really low tolerance. So I really enjoy wines and beers over hard alk. And the best thing is that they're even cheaper than hard alk. The 13th category I have is physical books. As you can see, I have a hoarding problem when it comes to hobbies sometimes. I don't think it's nothing too crazy, but the thing with books is that I prefer reading on my Kobo anyway, so I never really use my physical books at all. And that's why I'm setting an intention, either gonna go digital or go to library, and I'm not gonna buy any more physical books. And on a similar note, number 14 is new notebooks. As you can see over here, this journal has been with me for quite some time. In fact, I started this journal back in 2023, and I would say I'm only halfway through. So I would prefer not to spend any more money on any fancy journals, at least for the next year. Number 15th on the list is bags, purses, and suitcases. Personally, I'm not really drawn to luxury items, and I definitely do have enough bags and purses, especially tote bags, currently in stock. I don't even think I spend a lot of money on those because they're either hand-me-downs from seniors in my school or freebies that I got from clubs and events. And the same applies to suitcases. I have a couple that's really good quality. They might not be the best looking, but I definitely don't need any more of that in 2026. Now the next category is a pretty interesting one. I call it the cheap out tax. For example, when I was flying back from Guatemala last year, I decided to save an extra $60 by matching my own layover, and I accidentally bought the wrong plane ticket, so I had to spend another 10 hours at the airport. Totally not worth it. Number 17 on the list is any clothing items or accessories that is really hard to categorize. Hopefully, I'm not the only girl with this problem. Sometimes there are really cute accessories like chokers, corsets, belts, hair accessories that are so cute, but yet I have no idea where to put them. So it's always a pain in the ass when I was trying to do my laundry because I always have 3 or 4 dangling items that I just don't know where to put in my closet. And because of that, even though those accessories are so cute, I really don't want to spend any more money to cause me headaches when I'm doing laundry. And on a similar note, number 18 is an organizer because as you can probably already tell, I own too much stuff. One natural solution to solve clutter is to buy organizers so that things are put away. But I think that's not actually solving the root cause of the problem, which is that I have too many things to begin with. So I'm setting an intention to not buy any more organizers in 2026. So if there's something that I don't know where to organize, it's probably time to let it go. Number 19 on the list is impulse purchases from Facebook Marketplace. In 2025, I started building this habit of scrolling on Facebook Marketplace whenever I'm bored. Usually people sell their stuff for a pretty good quality at a pretty reasonable price, but I am trying to tone it down the next year because one tricky thing about the secondhand market is that there's only one copy of everything listed on there. So sometimes the scarcity mindset would get to me and I would think, oh my god, if I don't make the offer or pick it up right now, this item is going to be gone. And that impairs my logical thinking a little bit. Not to mention that there might be fraud or sketchy things happening on Facebook Marketplace. For example, earlier in this video, I told you that I am currently filming with a DJI Osmo Pocket 1. And if you're into cameras, you would be like, wait a minute, why does she even have the first generation? Because it's simply not the best camera. But the reason behind that is actually because I saw someone listing their Osmo Pocket 2nd generation on Facebook Marketplace for $220. And I was like, that is a good deal. So I literally drove 20 minutes and picked it up the day of. And little did I know that they put an inaccurate description of the item. And in fact, it was a 1st generation instead of a 2nd generation. So I kind of got scammed. And that is why I'm currently stuck with a 1st generation Osmo Pocket, which I'm not the biggest fan of. And that is precisely the reason that I want to tone it down for Facebook Marketplace. Number 20 on the list is food delivery apps. This includes DoorDash, Uber Eats, or delivery services like Instacart. I don't really use delivery apps to begin with because they charge such an expensive premium for delivery fee on top of tips, and sometimes the food is even more expensive than if you were to eat in a restaurant. But I do want to make a caveat here because, as I mentioned earlier, I am currently using the Chase Sapphire Preferred, and because of that, I spend about $10 every single month to place a pickup order at 7-Eleven to use up my credits, and I just never touch it again. Number 21 on the list is that I'm not spending any more money on any more electronic upgrades in the year of 2026. Currently, I really enjoy all the tech gears I have. For example, I have an iPhone 17 Pro and my iPad works perfectly, even though, as you can see over here, I have this iPad since 2020. I love my Kindle, I love my computer, so I really don't think there is a need to upgrade in the year of 2026. Now, number 21 is kitchen supplies. Over the years, a lot of my friends has moved out of Seattle and they have left me a lot of kitchen supplies. Moving in with my boyfriend also helped because we got to combine all of our kitchen supplies that we inherited from people who left Seattle. I literally have 2 rice cookers right now, 2 hot pot, 2 smoothie makers, and a lot of plates and dishes. So I really don't think I need to spend any more money in the kitchen at all. But there is also another caveat right here because I don't know if you can see over here, this is my cat, Emily. She loves to push my mugs onto the floor. So I am doing a 1 in, 1 out policy over there to allow myself to buy more mugs in the event that they got destroyed by my cat. Number 23 and 24 are kind of similar because I'm also doing a 1 in, 1 out policy on hats and any tops in general. If you've seen some of my vlogs, you will probably know that I really hate doing laundry, and I think one of the main culprit is that I have too much tops. So I really am trying to not buy any more tops unless there's something going out, and the same applies to hats because I literally have 4 baseball caps and that's 3 too many of them. Number 25 on the list is new digital subscriptions. Over the years, I started subscribing to a handful of different services. For example, I am subscribed to CapCut, Apple Cloud, Curology, Epidemic Sound, Netflix, and etc. So I think I have everything, and I'm trying to not get any more subscriptions because I hate that business model wholeheartedly. And that brings us to number 26 on the list, which is something a little bit more unintuitive, which is domestic destination travels. I did a lot of travel in 2025. For example, I went to Guatemala, Coachella, Montana, Morocco, Paris, Barcelona. And if there's anything that I learned, it's that the States is actually kind of expensive, and I would be saving myself a lot of money if I go to a different country for travel purposes. And that is why in the year of 2026, my goal is to travel internationally more instead of domestic travel destinations such as Alaska, Miami, or Hawaii, because they are just way too expensive for me. And with that, that's everything that I'm trying to not spend any more money on in 2026. So if you watch until here, make sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you like this video, you might enjoy the video here on why making 6 figures make me hate my hobbies. So make sure to check that out, and I'll see you next week. Bye.